big is this game for Coach DeBoer?
It's very big because his fan base expects him to win. They've seen what Nick Saban has done against Kirby Smart, and nothing has changed in their mind. Yeah, the GOAT's gone. The stadium has his name on it, but they're still winning, and Georgia is questionable right now. They barely survived against a pedestrian Kentucky team a couple weeks ago by 1 point, only scored 13 points. And that has Georgia fans nervous and Alabama fans optimistic. So, Molly, it's the same old game in Tuscaloosa. Just win, baby.
You damn right. Just win. And Kalen, boy, you better win. You better win. This is Alabama. You understand? You decided to take over this job. You decided to be the successor to Nick Saban. 6 national titles, just in case you didn't. 9 SEC titles, just in case you forgot, okay? You were sitting up there. You won 90% of your games at 4 different stops as a head coach. So why you going to come to Alabama and lose? This ain't time for that. This ain't time for that, okay? You got Milroy, you got Jamarian Miller, you got a crew of wide receivers, okay? Handle your business. Handle your business. You stomped Wisconsin the way that you were supposed to, treating them like the fair-weather stepchildren they are compared to you. Now you're going up against Georgia. I understand this. 2-time national champion was going for it last year, too. What happened? They got derailed by Alabama. This is what it is. Because when Kirby Smart is going up against this school, it's a little bit different, okay? Listen, since 2020, what happened? They 1-3. 1-3 against Alabama, okay? 52-1 versus everybody else. When you go up against Alabama, it's something different. You ain't at home. So you're not on the road, rather. You at home if you Kalen DeBoer. You got to handle your business. They coming into Tuscaloosa, all right? You know who they are. They got more national championships than you over the last few years. Saban is retired. You want to cement yourself as the dude that was the right successor to the great, the incomparable, the greatest college football coach in history. That is Nick Saban. You win this damn game. You win this game. I don't give a damn no damn Carson Beck. Take him out. Do what you got to do. And the brothers could play. He could play now. I ain't throwing shade on him. I'm just saying. Jalen Milroy, he came into this studio. Did he come in this studio when I was out of town? He came into this studio acting like he was looking for me, doing some videos, talking about where Stephen A. at. I heard Stephen A. talking to me. Let me tell you something, Jalen Milroy. You want to sit up there and shut me up? Win this damn game right here. This is Georgia, all right? Win this one. Wisconsin was nice. Wisconsin was nice. All right, we get all that. This is Georgia. This is Kirby Smart. What you gonna do against them? Show up Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuscaloosa. They in your territory. Handle your business. Alabama, you better win this damn game.
And I still can't get Saban on the radio. It annoys me. So how about making a phone call to say, come on? I never get him. That's number one.
Well, I think you could call Pat McAfee for that. Pat McAfee got some connections with Nick Saban.
I got to pay him $1 million for that. I don't know if I can do that.
Don't say that.
But here's the bottom. Well, it's plenty.
Stop that.
What?
Stop it. Let's go ahead.
Number 2. They're going to play 20 times this year. So I'm going to worry about the kid in the upper deck in Tuscaloosa because he's going to yell if DeBoer doesn't win the game. Alabama and Georgia are going to play in the Big 12. They're going to play maybe in the SEC championship game, and they're both going to make the tournament at the end of the day. There's 12 teams. So Alabama and Georgia could play 2 more times. So why is this game more important than later in the year?
Because they're on their home turf.
When it's a knockout situation.
Because you're on their home turf. You coming into my house. This is my new house. This is me. This is my new house. I just arrived here. You ain't contaminating the proceedings. A bowl game is probably going to be on a neutral site. A playoff game is probably going to be on a neutral site. You in my house. You coming to my house. And this is my first shot of the biggest game. Listen, I understand the national championship game last year against Michigan. I got that. This qualifies as probably the second biggest coaching game in Kalen DeBoer's career. You on my home turf. I have succeeded Nick Saban, who has spoiled us by handling his business against Georgia. And I'm going to mess it up. Suddenly, I can't figure out how to beat Kirby Smart. Nah.
He's going to get 2 other opportunities this year.
So you think tomorrow is not guaranteed? Tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Well, come on, Steve. What are they going to lose the freaking Vanderbilt and not make the tournament?
One step at a time. One step at a time, Paul. I'm not taking it for granted. Handle your business. You're in my home turf. Handle your business.
Mr. Finebaum, let me hear your comments. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, Dougie, I hate to break it to you, but you're dead wrong. Stephen A. is completely right here because there are no guarantees, and I'll tell you why. Because Alabama, if it loses this game, won't see Georgia a couple more times because then they'll be fighting for their lives because a couple of weeks from now, Alabama has to go to Knoxville and play Tennessee. That's not guaranteed, I can assure you. That could be 2 losses. They have to play Missouri, another top 5 or 6 team. They have to play
after that.
at LSU. And they could be out of it. I mean, that's why this game is critical. It's also psychological. Saban's going to be there, looking over DeBoer's shoulder. He's doing TV. He's doing game day. And if DeBoer loses this game, and especially if it goes poorly for him, all of a sudden this 9 months buildup of how great he is, and it's the greatest transition in history, goes down the drain. It's not over. No, of course not. But psychologically, it's a shock to the system. And that's why this is so important. And on top of that, Kirby Smart has just gone nowhere against this program. He just can't beat them.
Well, he beat him in a championship game, Paul. Does that game not count 2 years ago? He won a title against Alabama.
You mean when Jameson Williams went down and then after and before that Mechie was down?
Bottom line is they won the game.
Wait a minute. Hold on. It's not the bottom line. For some of us, it's not the bottom line. Here's the deal. SEC championship game, which he won. Mechie gets hurt. He goes down. National championship. Now, a month later, they get ready to meet for the national championship. They're in the national championship. Jameson Williams goes down. I'm telling you right now, he don't get hurt. Alabama wins that too, in a lot of people's eyes. So don't sit up there and bring that up, especially when the record shows every other time Nick Saban has beat him. So don't give me that. Don't give me that. I don't want to hear that.
And all of a sudden,
what?
Hall's making a big deal about Missouri. Paul, did you see the Missouri game against Vanderbilt when they almost lost?
Well, that's fair. But LSU, you can't ignore them. Tennessee, you can't ignore them.
They're going to take
Those are both road games. Hold on
now. They are not going to take Alabama into the Final 12 with 2 or 3 losses. What are you smoking?
I'm not saying.
Of course they're going to take them.
I'm not saying.
And then if they go beat them in December, who cares what happened on September 28th?
I think you're missing the point that the great Paul Finebaum is trying to make.
Which is?
Which is this. Yeah, if Alabama wins, if they lose a couple of games, that'll be different. But you're acting as if it's a gimme that Tennessee on the road, LSU on the road is automatic. It's not. What if they lose to Georgia and they lose those 2 games as well? What then?
They'd still take them with 3 losses.
I don't know about that, Doug.
Paul, you got the final word here.
I don't know about that, Doug. I don't know about that.
Yeah, there's no guarantee. And Dougie, I realize you're more expert. You're more of an expert on the SEC than any of us. But the point is, this is a really good league. Look at the top. About 6 of the top 7 in the country are in this league. So there's only going to be room for a handful. Alabama is not guaranteed, and this game will hurt them because it is at home. They're a 2-point underdog. That doesn't mean anything to this committee, but a loss will. And three losses is not guaranteed for anything. And on top of that, you mentioned the Georgia game, and Stephen A. is right. Those 2 players would have made a difference. But the loss last year to Kirby, that Kirby had to Nick Saban, it was cataclysmic. I mean, he was going for something that has not happened before, a three-peat. And that's, I strongly believe Nick Saban after that game said, you know what, I can retire now. I have stopped my protege from supplanting me as the king of college football. He went peacefully into the night after that.
I love Kirby Smart. He's a phenomenal coach. Love talking to him on the few occasions I've had the pleasure of talking to him. Let me tell you something right now, okay? There's only one Nick Saban, baby. There's only one. Yeah. And he handled his business. Now you, Kalen DeBoer, you are the successor to the great one that is Nick Saban, all right? This is big. I don't see Alabama. They win this game. They could go undefeated. Okay. They could run the table. But you got to win this game.
Okay, our analytics gives them a 66% chance to win. And just like there's only one Nick Saban, there's only one mouth of the South, and that's Paul Finebaum.
Kalen DeBoer, handle your business.
You can work on being the mouth of the tri-state area.
No,
Milroy.
I love Finebaum.
Handle your business.
He's wrong, but I love
Milroy, handle your business.
What's
Don't come in first.
right now?
Handle your business.
He's all right. Calm down. Relax about the first. It's third game.
He came the first take talking junk, man. Jalen Milroy did with Stephen.
No, he didn't. I did the interview with him.
Yes, he did. You didn't do the social media thing afterwards.
Oh, they probably made him do that. They probably prompted him to say it.
Made him just stop it. He came the first take, and he sat up there and talked junk. You go show up against Georgia and handle your business. Handle it. No passing.
Wow.
None.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to be on social
Okay,
media.
okay.
Talk about Milroe.
Okay.
Are you finished?
Okay. Are you done?
Yes. I'm done now.